I want to show you how in just 30 minutes I built this fashion try-on app. And the crazy part is I wrote 0 lines of code. So this is how my website Bougify looks like. All you have to do is upload 2 images, one of yourself and one of an outfit that you really want to try on. And in this case, it's this $4,000 Dolce & Gabbana dress. In just seconds, you're able to see yourself in that dress, same pose, same background, just elevated. So how did I make this? I used Vercel V0 and Gemini 2.5 Flash Image, which a lot of you guys know as Nano Banana. One thing I've learned with vibe coding is you have to think of it like building blocks. You don't try to finish everything at once. You just keep on stacking pieces on top of each other until the idea comes to life. And for me, I usually start with the UI, as in how my website's gonna look like. So there are so many websites where you can find inspiration, but usually I just like to browse in 21Dev. And for this specific project, I found this component that I thought was pretty cool. I liked that you can scroll and then it zooms in into another video. So we got our first component. Now let's start building. So I'm gonna go to V0 and I'm literally gonna say, I want to build a simple website using this component. Now I'm gonna go back to 21Dev and I'm gonna copy prompt. And then I'm literally gonna paste it in V0. And as usual, let's watch the magic happen. Perfect, so now we have the exact same component that we saw in 21Dev. Now, in order to customize this to our website, there are 2 main portions. The first one is the image, and the second part is the video. Now, let's start by creating the image. So in order to do that, I went to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna say, generate an image that shows a luxurious high-end boutique or fashion showroom. This space has a refined and elegant design. I want it to be symmetric and not super crowded. And let's see what it makes. So it just created 2 versions of our boutique. I think I like this one better. So I'm gonna download it, and now let's go to our video. So for our video, I'm gonna go to Sora. So in Sora, I'm gonna prompt it and say, generate a cinematic video of a stylish woman inside her modern walk-in closet, trying on a designer dress. She's walking as if she's on a runway. Okay, so instead of waiting for this to generate, it generated these 4 variations for me. I like this one here. So I'm just gonna download video without watermark. Perfect. So I have my video and I have my picture. I'm gonna go back to V0 and put it all together. So I just prompted V0 to replace this image with the one we generated from ChatGPT and the video to the one we just generated in Sora. So we just got the first draft of our website and it looks pretty good. All of the other customizations we can do later, but now let's worry about the functionality. In V0, I'm gonna say, in the second portion of the website, once the user scrolls, I want to be able to upload 2 images and it generates a 3rd image. Just focus on the UI for now. Nice, so now we're able to upload 2 images and it generates a 3rd. Again, the cosmetic stuff we can do later. Okay, so how can we actually do that? So there are 2 ways you can connect to Nano Banana. The first one is connecting directly to Google's API. But the issue with that is you still have to manage your permissions and get a separate API key. The second way, which I prefer, is going via the Vercel AI Gateway. And this way you do not need a separate API key and everything just works inside your project. In order to do that, I'm gonna go to Google and I'm gonna search Vercel AI Gateway Nano Banana. And let us go to Docs and I'm gonna search image generation. And I'm literally just gonna copy the entire page. In V0, I'm gonna paste the page that I just copied from the Vercel AI Gateway. And this is what I'm gonna prompt it. I'm gonna say, use the Vercel AI Gateway to connect with Nano Banana. When a user uploads 2 images, take the outfit from the second image and apply it to the person in the first image. The result should look natural, consistent. The person's face, body type, and background, and pose should all stay exactly the same, with only the outfit swapped. Do not import Google from AI SDK. So let me explain the last portion. You know how I told you there are 2 ways to access Nano Banana? So for some reason, from my trial and error, I found that V0 always tries to do the first way, which is going direct to Google. I am trying to prompt it and force it to use the second way, which is the Vercel AI Gateway. So let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, so there's actually one more step that I forgot to tell you about, which is you need to go to settings, and in integrations, you got to go to overview. And whenever you're connecting with the Vercel AI Gateway, you have to go to project settings and click connect. And just select any project. Basically, what this does is it needs to know where to bill from. And that's it. Let's refresh and see what happens. Okay, let's test it out. So I'm gonna upload a picture of myself and a picture of my outfit. And let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so this obviously didn't work. Let me bring you on a little secret. I honestly did recreate the issue in order to show you exactly what I went through the first time I was trying to create this website. So let's try to see how we can debug it. The first thing that I did is I went to my code and I went to route.ts. Stay with me. I promise you we're still vibe coding. The reason I'm looking at the code is I was trying to figure out what is going on and why is it not generating the image that I'm looking for. So the first thing that I wanted to check was to make sure that it's properly connected to Nano Banana through the Vercel AI Gateway. And this was confirmed by looking at this line. So that's good. Now, looking at my prompt, unfortunately, I figured out that it was too vague and confusing for the model. Especially when providing 2 pictures to Nano Banana, you have to be super explicit. So the first thing that I've done is I copied my entire route.ts file and I put it in ChatGPT, and then I told ChatGPT what I wanted to change. So in order to explain the changes, let me show you this. The first thing that I've done is I've asked it to label the images as photo A, which is the picture of the user, and photo B as the picture of the outfit, to make it less confusing for the model. The second thing that I've done is I had the model describe photo B. And you can see for this specific example, it gave me back a JSON file of the specific description of the outfit. So the garment type as fit and flare midi sundress, the dominant colors, and so on and so forth. And then the last thing was for it to pass through photo A, which is the picture of the user, photo B, the picture of the outfit, and the description of photo B in order to generate the final image. And this was the key to make it work. So this is my final code. I'm also going to put it on GitHub for you guys to see it and try it for yourself. And it worked. So let's test this out. And it should work this time, I promise. And voila, it works. Honestly, it took some trial and error fine-tuning the prompt, but the process of elimination and trying to figure out what was going on was actually pretty fun. So yeah, once you clean up the UI, you've got yourself a fully functional fashion try-on app. So go ahead and test it out and maybe even throw a Birkin into your outfit, because why not?